this video I want to talk about organising the sexual energy. Okay, so the first point here is that the most fundamental energy that we have in our system is the sexual energy. The sexual energy is the one that has brought all of us to life, and really it is the base fundamental energy running through the body. The sexual energy, because it's the basic creative vital energy of the human being. Now it's connected to every organ in our body. As you can see in the Chinese medicine charts, where the qi flows, basically the qi is the sexual energy. Now the energy of life, the life force. So this being the most fundamental energy, if we can organise that, if we can manage it well in a way that works for us, that helps us, dignifies us, edifies us, makes us at peace, makes us happier, that is in order, is in the correct orbit and functioning of things, then what will follow is our life will be exactly like that. And it's so easy to see the opposite, when our sexual energy is out of control, when we're being run by our sexual centre, then our life, soon after becomes a real disaster, a real painful mess. So if we get our sexual energy right, then everything else will follow. Our life, our thoughts, our emotions, our actions, our responses to the events of life, everything will fall into place. Okay. Alright, so I can't finish this video with at least telling you the key to do it. Okay, so the first thing, there are two key points here. And the first point is that we shouldn't over-excite or overdo our sexual energy. We should always, try and keep it calm. Exactly like as if the sexual energy were an ocean or a lake or a river. The less waves, the less wind, the less swell, the better. A calm, placid lake, a calm ocean, a calm river is how our sexual energy should be. Now, basically, we overexcite it with the thoughts, with the emotions. So if we keep check on our thoughts, then the sexual energy won't be over agitated or won't get agitated. And when it gets agitated, that brings other factors within us into play, and then we continue the agitation into excitement and then overexcitement, and then we get into problems. Okay, so that's the first point. Now the second point is, of course, it will be very difficult to keep the lake or the river or the ocean of the sexual energy calm, because it accumulates, it builds up over time, over a few days, etc. So we need some way of venting it or channeling it. And of course, in this video and all the other videos I have on this subject, I talk about channeling that sexual energy inwardly and upward. We never talk about ejaculating or losing that sexual energy. That has no meaning, no value to do that. It's silly, senseless. So if we know how to not be disgusted by our own sexual energy, because that's crazy to be disgusted by, because that's the thing that has brought us to life, that has created us. Now the wonderful brain we have is a result of that sexual energy. The most noble, purest heart, compassionate heart in the beginning comes from the sexual energy. So the sexual energy is all of those things: nobility, compassion, wisdom, love, force, intelligence, everything. So if we accept the sexual energy, we're fine with it. What we should do is quite often breathe it in, try to draw that energy from the sexual center up into our brain and into our heart, and then channel it, put it into anything that we do, into our prayers, into our work, into our planning, into our ideas, into our speaking with other people. Use that energy to enliven, to enrich any activity that we do. But it is especially wonderful when we pray, when we engage in mystical activity, when we meditate, for example. That energy can be so wonderfully useful to impregnate the consciousness, giving us extra clarity, propelling the consciousness upward. Okay, so I'm going to finish this video because I always like to keep them short. And so the two key points are to maintain that sexual energy placid, but when it builds up, to transmute it, to channel it, to draw it in, to bring it in. Never lose that sexual energy, never. It's a marvellous treasure. Okay, so I hope this video has been useful. Keep an eye on my channel because I'll be posting many more videos on this subject. Okay, thank you.